We apologize to any of you if we hurt your feelings. Welcome in to another Friday Nissan Parts episode here on YouTube with Russell and Tom. How's it going, guys? How are you doing today, Tom?
I'm doing great, and I have to say, this is probably going to be our best.
It's going to be a best, all right.
It's going to be our best video we've ever done.
Yeah.
And I've never said that before about these videos. I've always thought they were kind of, mediocre.
Yeah.
Calling it in. But this video is really going to be a game changer.
We're taking it up
yes.
to the next level.
Influencer status.
And that's, So, you guys, if you follow the channel, you watched last week's video, we talked about some great things that Nissan has done with vehicles, and we figured we would flip the script a little bit. We're going to talk about the maybe not so good things that Nissan has done in its past, and we had a little contest. You guys left your comments. We randomly picked who was going to be a winner of $100 store credit. Last week's winner has not contacted us. You got 30 days. After 30 days, your $100 is gone.
Yeah, new rule.
Don't lose your $100 credit. You can get anything. If you don't need parts, get a shirt, get a hat, whatever. Gonna have another 10% off code this week. But let's dive in to some of the awful things that Nissan has done to us over the years. And we apologize to any of you if we hurt your feelings. These are all just people who commented and we're just talking about it.
Yes. We're just reviewing comments. We're not passing judgment.
So the late 90s, early 2000 models, and I think we can say this for a lot of vehicles, but the Altima and the Maxima were two that stuck out for sure.
As being instantly forgettable.
Forgettable.
Like nothing exciting about these cars at all.
Yeah.
They're just like...
They just exist. They're not ugly. They're not sexy.
They're not cool.
Yeah.
They're just like rent-a-cars or government vehicles. They're like the Dodge K car.
Yeah. We need a car.
Nissan.
We need a car in that price range.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Let's go. You got 2 weeks.
Yeah. So it's just boring.
Yeah.
Right? That's one word.
Boring.
Boring.
Yeah. And then we got there.
I've got the Pathfinder Armada.
Yeah.
Probably not a bad rig. My main beef is with the rear doors. I think they're hideous. The way that they curve back like that on the roof line, it's just disgusting.
They do. It has like a lump in the body line up top. And so you don't usually look at the body line on the roof. It's usually below the door windows. But
I don't know why they did that.
strange.
It's horrible.
I wonder, it'd be nice to know if there was like an actual reason or somebody was like, oh, let's kind of pinch the roof down a little bit right
They
there.
probably borrowed these doors off of something else.
Maybe.
All right.
Be interesting to know. We both agree on this one. 2012, 2021 Pathfinder.
What is it?
Yeah.
Is it an SUV? Is it a minivan? Is it a station wagon? Because it's definitely not a 4x4 rig. It does not deserve the Pathfinder name. I mean,
and that's the thing. You carry the name Pathfinder. If they would have released that with a sliding door and called it a Quest, it would have been a good looking van.
Yeah, call it something else. Don't call it a Pathfinder.
Yeah, and to be fair, the inside of those Pathfinders, they were very nice. They were, well equipped with bells and whistles, but it was a Pathfinder with a CVT.
Right. The new Pathfinders are good looking.
Yes, the new Pathfinder is a win. So Nissan learned real fast. And I think the cult following of the Pathfinder probably spoke up a little bit too.
It only took them 9 years.
That's fine. That's
listen.
That's not that long for Nissan.
That's a long time.
Not for Nissan.
No, not for Nissan. For
89, 94 Axis little van. You get those in all-wheel drive. I always think it's cool when you get vans in all-wheel drive. That's always a big plus. But I think it's just hideous. Tom,
I like it. I don't see anything wrong with it. What is not to like?
Well, I need you to get one, and then
if they were out there,
I'm sure you can find one.
And I wanted one. But it's got dual rear sliding doors.
Okay, yeah. Which was kind of an uncommon feature then, wasn't it?
I feel like it was.
Yeah, it was. Because usually the cars around that time, like Dodge Caravans and all those, in the mid 80s, It's a single door. I don't think Chrysler had dual sliding doors until the early 2000s. So
yeah,
it's
I
kind
like
of
it.
a cool feature.
I don't see why people don't like that.
Maybe I'm sold
Other
on
than
it
because
now.
it looks like a minivan.
You could run right through that thing.
Yeah.
You get your kids
Play
loaded up,
Frisbee through it.
and they just keep going. All right. I think we had more comments on this one than anything else. The Nissan Juke, and our $100 winner from last week's video is King Author, and I won't read his whole quote, but he said a little something in here that is the Prius of Nissan.
Yeah. There's nothing to like about the Juke. It's horrible. Every angle you look at it, it's
so weird. It is like the really high fender, the way
the lamps.
It was funky.
And they're kind of 370 Z-shaped, you know?
But really thin. Yeah, Nissan got into that habit around that time of the 370, and they started doing the taillights the same way where they were like bend. But a lot of people like the Juke. I think that the people who do like it love it, and they think it's the greatest thing ever, and it's probably because it looks unique. I mean, it sticks out like a sore thumb on the road. But yeah, if you own a Juke, and I know that we've got a couple followers here who do have Jukes, tell us what's so great about it, because I would be interested to hear what somebody who actually likes the Juke. What are the things that you do like about it?
Did they do a Nismo?
Yeah.
Juke?
Yeah.
I think I've seen that, and I think that one was like, okay, that one's...
It looks better.
Yeah.
It looks better, but it's still a Juke. It's still got the the weird headlights, and fog lights, and everything else.
Yeah.
Me and Tom are going to spar over this one later. This was commented a couple times. People commented the NX 2000, which in its own right had strange headlights. I think that's what made that car look so weird. But the NX Sportback, no, not feeling it.
Dude.
Not feeling it.
I love this thing. I remember these when they first came out. Pop-up headlights. Station wagon capabilities. T-tops. And the taillights. I can remember sitting behind these at traffic lights and thinking, man, those are really cool taillights.
The taillights are cool. Very simple too. Like the very simple idea. Like just like a square taillight, and let's put some like a bezel over it or something to spice it up a little.
I mean, that is Nissan's version of the future, which this will happen again. It was just a little bit too early.
You think so?
These are coming back. That's my prediction.
But I definitely thought it was cool with all the different, rear end options. You could just take that off and put something else on there. That's kind of neat. That is kind of neat.
But the tops were so expensive that nobody ever swapped them out.
You know that for a fact?
Yeah, I mean, they had to be over $1,000.
Oh, yeah, probably more than that. Could you imagine shipping one of those?
No. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. So yeah, I don't know who said that the Sportbacks were not cool, but they were probably born after Y2K.
I wasn't born after Y2K.
And you don't like it?
I'm not into it. I do like the NX, minus all that. Get rid of that weird top on the back.
Well, you can swap them out. So if you get one that has that top on, you can give it to me.
You just swap it out.
And then you can get another top.
Perfect. And you won't have to ship it anywhere.
There you go.
89 to 90 S-Cargo. We didn't have that here in the States, but kind of an oddball vehicle. If you don't know what the S-Cargo is, it's letter S-Cargo. Look it up. Looks like a snail.
Yeah. I think it's cool. A promotional vehicle.
I mean, it was a purpose-built vehicle. It was for deliveries around town. You couldn't go over 60 in it. If you did, it would chime at you, apparently, like your seatbelt was off the whole time. So, what's next?
83 to 87, the Arna.
Alfa Romeo Arna. DJ Evo Hill. Hope I'm saying all that correctly. Mentioned this, and I'd never heard of it. I don't know much about Alfa Romeos. You may know more about Alfa Romeos
a little bit.
than I do. But apparently, Nissan and Alfa Romeo teamed up because the European countries were engaging in protectionism to guard their domestic car industry.
You read that well.
I did. Did I?
You did.
Okay. All right. I don't know. So that's how the pairing came about. But apparently they were plagued with mechanical problems. A lot of you guys who are around the Nissan world in the 70s and 80s, this is going to sting. Rust-prone bodywork. But yeah, it was. They nixed it pretty quick. They adopted a pretty junky reputation over time.
Now, were these built in Italy for Alfa Romeo, or were they built in Japan or somewhere else?
They were built somewhere over around Italy or France, I believe. But yeah, they weren't built because they weren't allowing the Japanese vehicle. France completely banned Japanese vehicles imports.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's wild. Things you don't know. Because things that,
I'm going to have to read up on that. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. And this is our favorite worst vehicle. This one was commented a lot, and I think if you follow Nissans and look at all the new Nissans coming out, this was a atrocious vehicle from the get-go. And shame on whoever. We don't know who. The 2010 to 2014. Did you know this thing had been out for 4 years?
Yeah.
I thought it was a 1 year thing.
Yeah, it was designed in La Jolla. Oh, God. I saw the names of who designed it. I don't know. I didn't do enough research on it, but why?
The Nissan Murano, they call it in our catalog a cross cab.
Mm-hmm.
Cabriolet, we're going to stick with that. Cabriolet is going to be your 10% off discount code this week. So, but yeah, the convertible Murano did nothing. Is just a thing. I've driven one. You want to talk about blind spot city with that roof up. Wow. And if you look how high the doors are, they go up past the headrest. So you sit down in a hole. And I'm short, so I look like a 4-year-old driving a car.
Just
right?
a head.
But funny story, the time that I drove one, pulled up to a stoplight, I remember exactly where I was at. And another one drove up beside me, and I was like, oh, no, I got to get out of here. They're going to think we're in a club. So,
did he give you the thumbs up or anything?
I didn't look. I couldn't.
You were just like...
I couldn't look. Yeah, we were going out to do some rolling shots for some promotional flyers for a car show, and we had a convertible MR2 on the lot that we wanted to take because it was a little car. It was going to be easy to, get some rolling shots out of it. And they were like, oh, take that Murano. We were like...
Jeez.
It's not an exchange. But yeah, strange vehicle.
Yeah. Worst.
What would you guys add to this list? All right, so next week, this is what we're going to do. Another $100 store credit.
Nice.
You have 30 days to contact us.
And then we get to keep it.
Yeah.
If you do not get in touch,
maybe
we're going to have a pizza party.
Maybe we'll put it in a kitty.
I think that's a good idea.
For our own pizza party, though.
Yes.
Okay. Next week's video, S13 starter pack. Your buddy that you've known since birth goes and buys a 240. What's the 3 things you're going to tell him he has to get right out the gate?
Stock up on this.
You got to have it. You can't own a 240 without it.
It's just essential.
Yeah. This is not going to be a randomly chose comment. Me and Tom are going to pick our favorite. We're going to talk about you in the video. We're going to talk about what you said. We've already got our ideas.
I'm looking forward to the laughs. It's going to be good.
I mean, it's just going to be a video of us showing you different zip ties and different brands of duct tape and how the adhesive works. And
it's going to be good.
So, next week, guys, S13 Essentials. Comment below. Let us know. We want your input.
All right.
That's it.
What's the discount code again?
Cabriolet.
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 It's an easy one.
Yeah. If you call us and say you couldn't find the discount code, you need to listen. We don't put it on the screen on purpose. Thank you, guys. Have a good week.
See ya. Have a good weekend.